Hello, everybody. Welcome back yet again to the Osumania 4K World Cup 2021. I, Toph Daddy, am back as well as with Davy. So we've got the same commentators as the last block coming in for another 1 hour block. We've only got one match for this one. But how are you doing right now, Davy?
Oh, I'm doing great, except for the fact that I haven't slept in, let's see here, calculating real quick, 28 hours.
Nice, but you get to cap off your day with Chile versus Peru, which I think is going to be a pretty interesting match to watch. This is a losers bracket match. Chile knocked out into the losers from last round, and I think Peru has been fighting, or was fighting in the losers bracket from last round as well. So we've got a pretty interesting dynamic on our hands where Peru, I think, is going to be a little bit stronger when it comes to LNs and hybrids, or at least the more LN-focused hybrids, whereas Chile is going to dominate the rice scene.
Indeed, Chile, both Urusai and Kanoshi are a powerhouse to be reckoned with when it comes to raw rice accuracy. And of course, Peru's no slouches either. The Zero pretty good on the LN stuff, I believe.
And Desero just a very good all-round player.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just associate this name for LN plays. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, Desero and Kasumi going to be leading the charge on the side of Peru, backed up by BXD Juice, Kamiko, and Miari Chesu. And then you got Chile on the other side with the rice powerhouses of Urusai and Kanochi 3. Just insane players. And I mean, not to mention Kanochi being one of the best players in the world currently, especially when we're talking about the earlier rounds.
Oh yeah, that much is true. I mean, you remember what he did to Acquaintance on Soft 5?
Yeah, he kind of smashed through that grand finals pool. It was not fun to watch. It was not fun to watch someone be that good. But regardless, we're going to be getting into the roles between Chile and Peru. We'll very quickly see who gets first ban and who gets first pick.
And Kasumi Rose linked.
Oh,
tied.
They tied. Another tie. All right. We got to get into the roll. Another set of rolls. Let's go.
Is this
an 83?
Is this foreshadowing a tiebreaker?
Oh, who knows? Oh, and Kasumi gets the 88, wins the roll. Chile will ban first. I think Somewhere I Belong is going to get demolished out of this map pool.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah, there's no way Chile keeps that open. And Peru, I think it's probably safe just to ban something like Thinking of You or one of the tech charts that they're not super comfortable on. Anything that gets the rice play a little bit less. Oh. Huh? What?
Right. Huh?
What?
I thought.
What is this ban?
I have no idea.
I'm speechless.
What? I can't compute this. I need to ask.
Neither can I. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe it's something to do with their third player.
There's a glitch in the simulation.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened. This isn't on the script.
Yeah. Need to write that one off.
All right, in Peru, I think another race chart's just gonna get banned out here.
Wait, is cheat literally translated as break the law? Is it filtered?
Yes, cheat is filtered into break the law. It's been that way for years. And Massacre getting banned out by Peru. Another weird. I don't know. I don't know. I thought a rice ban was coming out from Peru. I thought a long note ban was coming out from Chile, and neither one of those came true.
I guess this is just going to be a very wild card match. So we'll see.
An Endless comes out, a hybrid, which, you know, that's fair. I think that's a fair pick to go for at first. I do want to see kind of how these two teams approach the LN maps here, because I do think Peru should have the advantage on them, right? Or at least more of an advantage than anything else.
I mean, Kanoshi does really well on the release. It's just that the rest of his team not quite, you know.
It's really just a matter of the rest of Chile being able to keep up, and I don't know how well the others can. I mean, a big part of why Chile ended up getting knocked down is because of their weakness on LNs. So I don't know. This match is going to be an interesting ride if given the bans.
The picks, at least, not too out of the ordinary. I mean, you can kind of pick in whatever order you want, as long as it's, you know, it's something you're comfortable with. We won't really know always. Sometimes
also, interestingly, Dazero is not playing right now. He also didn't roll for the Peruvian team.
Oh, he's not playing. Interesting.
I'm curious if he's here.
He's the captain, right?
Yes.
I
have been informed that Dazero is not here. That is a damper on the Peruvian team at that point, I suppose.
Oh yeah, that is going to hurt, I think. He's definitely one of the like leads.
Yeah, he's captain for a reason.
Yeah. Just all around pretty well-rounded player.
But we'll have to see how Peru's going to be able to perform without their captain against a team like Chile, and if they're going to be able to, you know, take some advantage out of it.
Maybe they relied on Dazero and like two others to take the SP pick, and that's why they banned it. Since that
yeah, potentially. But I mean, given that situation, I think Endless is a perfect pick. This is a very easy map to drop combo on. It's very hard to stay consistent on overall. And the ending LNs are very tricky, which I think this is just a big try to attack Chile in whatever weakness they can find.
Hopefully we'll get into it now.
Looks like we're good.
Yeah, we're seeing a bunch of misses on screen. Very cool. Okay, I don't think that's a real miss.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. We'll see the combo reset more than likely in a couple seconds. Yeah, there it goes. No combo breaks that early. Not in the easy part of this map.
Yeah, it's gonna happen though.
Well, maybe not. We'll see. I mean, although in this kind of map, I would expect misses to come out. Yeah, I'd be more surprised to see a 6-way full combo than any less than one miss.
Yeah, it's just both really long at 3 minutes 30 seconds, and it doesn't let up either, and the ending is just so brutal.
Yeah, accuracy's favoring Chile right now in this more tech mini-jack-oriented section. Partially a big boost given by that 99.93% accuracy, but with Kamiko at 99.26, it's not helping the Peruvian case to try and get that lead in their favor.
Yeah, plus he just missed.
Two missed. No, maybe just the one, I think.
Wait, I didn't know Stupid Man was from Chile.
Funny. But that actually does look like a real miss from Stupid CL. So that was a traded miss, so it's not going to be too detrimental to Peru, but that score lead is pretty big. Though Stupid CL with another miss, right as he was about to get to that 400 combo. Not going to look too good, but Kamiko trading it right back again.
Yeah, it seems like some of the third players on both teams actually are not very comfortable with this density. And I suppose Chile could use that to their advantage.
Yeah, Kamiko did find another miss there. So this lead is actually huge now. It's about 30,000 points, and we're getting into the more difficult LN section. Kasumi finding a drop on them.
Yeah, this section is surprisingly difficult.
Yeah, it's hard to coordinate. Jukes being the only full combo left on the side of Peru, matched with 2 on the other side on Urusai and Kanochi 3.
Oh, Kanoshi! Actually, those of them.
Juice also missed. There's no full combos on Peru. Urusai, the only full combo on this map left.
Nice, I predicted it. Or maybe I cursed it. Either way.
Yeah, like I said, it's very hard to stay consistent, especially with keeping combo on this map. Lots of places where you can choke, lots of places where single misreads can lead to misses. And we're getting into the long notes.
Yeah, this section.
I think Chile just has too big of a lead to let this go here. Even if they were to, choke out their last full combo, a full team drop I don't think would even be enough.
Yeah, plus, the accuracy of Kamiko is so far behind the rest that there's very little turning back now.
Yeah, and there it goes. Urusai gonna hold on to that full combo for Chile. I think actually Kanochi 3 might have the highest score still though because of their accuracy.
And Kanoshi as usual providing
that ratio, that's gross.
Stupidly good accuracy, disgusting. But also
8.86 with a miss is crazy.
I don't know how they managed to miss so cleanly.
But that's it for pick number 1, and Urusai left the lobby. They go with LFO. I think they're just taking advantage of Dazero not being there, so taking advantage of that long note weakness that, snuck up on Peru without their captain.
Yeah, we did. I think Kamiko dropped a lot on the ending long note section.
There was quite a bit of accuracy issue from Kamiko. I think a couple of combo breaks. They dropped to mid 98 in that ending section, which is not looking too good for Peru.
Yeah, now they're pretty much relying on Kanochi to carry this one, since it's all about the density in noodles, and I think that is his better skill when it comes to long notes. I'm not sure if you would agree.
This is the easiest, I think, of the long note picks in terms of long note ability. But the density of it cannot be undermined. Reading this is going to be a huge issue for some people, and especially with how much denser this is than anything else in the pool.
It's a pretty chokish map. It's not terribly you will miss here. It's
it's very recoverable off of misses. I don't think you don't rush. You don't get a lot of combo or a column locks on a map like this. So you'll choke in single areas and you'll come back, and then there's the two rolls throughout, which can be a little bit tough for some players, but really shouldn't be game breakers as in comparison to the really dense LN sections.
Yeah, just rolls that BPM. This BPM not really tricky.
This intersection not treating Fast CL super well. Jindia Rin doing a little bit better, but still both of them below all 3 members of Peru. Kanochi 3, really the bastion of accuracy, keeping Chile in this right now.
Actually flickering right now. Oh no! Juice! What is happening?
Oh, that density section really hurt the accuracies on the side of Peru too. Kamiko down to 99.14%, and Kasumi dropping to 99.6%. From 99.75, so that's a big accuracy deficit that was taken from that density section, and the same thing might end up happening in this second half, which gets denser.
Indeed it does. It's going to get a lot more intense. And we'll see if Kanochi can keep up, as well as the rest of Chile team, as well as Peru team. Lots of players Kamiko and Juice seem to struggle a bit on just keeping their accuracy. They seem to hit really late, and hitting themselves at 50 actually, which is going to combo break them.
Well, the first one wasn't a combo break. That was a real combo break right there. Kamiko staying afloat. 5 full combos on the board. The only one with a miss right now is Juice, and that is giving a huge lead to Chile right now. No one messing up the roll either, and this density, this dense section should not have any issues for the Chilean players. And the last 2 full combos on Peru, both dropping at the end.
Dropping that's a slaughter. That's like almost 80,000 points difference. That's enormous. And then you have someone like Miyake just casually 996ing this. Okay. Yeah,
Kanouchi flexing the muscles. But Peru's in a bit of a pickle right now. They got a hybrid and an LN pick out of the way, both of which led to about 80,000 point leads for Chile. It's going to be hard to think about what they even can play against this team.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. They could try go for something like Marissa, but I'm not sure how well they've practiced on that. So that might also
already having banned Massacre. SVs might not be the right move for Peru.
With how both they lack in physicality, especially like the third player, and as well as long-lived ability overall, there's really not a lot of options left on the table. You could potentially go for Shun or Hazama and hope that Chile shit misses. Yes, regular misses.
Yeah, it's a very awkward situation, to say the least.
Yeah, I'd describe that well with the word awkward.
Hard to really make a decision, and they do go for Shunozama or Rain Shower. So they are I think they're just picking maps to hope for chokes from Chile's side. They're just hoping their physicality is enough to bring their accuracy to the point where they can actually take a lead off of it.
Yeah. And it's going to be Shun or Hazama, also known as Rain Shower. It's a pretty epic map, if I say so myself. In my humble opinion.
I think this is a pretty fair pick overall, because I do think that physically it's the easiest of the charts, and I think a lot of people have been saying that about this. Despite how hard it is to get good accuracy on, physically it's not terrible to play.
Yeah.
So it should be in the right position for Peru to potentially take an advantage out of combo drops on Chile's side.
That was kind of my thought process behind them having the option of picking Shun Hazama. Since it is physically easier, but also very chokeable. Therefore, it's kind of a wild card.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say we'll probably see one of Chile's members demolish this in terms of accuracy, potentially 2 with Urusai. And Wrist definitely is not one to scoff at when it comes to keeping combo and accuracy on maps like this. It's really just a test on how well Peru is going to be able to keep up and potentially see how Chile is able to keep up their combo.
Alright. It's just the beginning that's fairly easy to play, which won't tell us a lot about how the entire map is going to turn out.
Yeah, Juice did have some issues with getting good accuracy on those streams at the beginning, but seems to be recovering. Wrist with an early drop, though.
Yeah, this might swing it early on into Peru's favor.
Yeah, this is definitely the kind of thing that Peru is looking for. Those misses going to be a big deal for them, who aren't as capable of keeping up with the accuracy as Chile. And Risk with another miss, but that's traded immediately back by Kasumi. So it's still just one miss advantage for Peru, and that accuracy is still giving Chile a good chance to keep it up.
And meanwhile, Miyake just 99.94. Huh?
Yeah.
Just casual Kanuchi things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that.
Back into it. We're about to hit the second half, which means this first section's over. And arguably the more chokeable second half coming up with the complicated mini jack patterns throughout on top of the bursts.
And the bursts being really tricky to time as well.
Yeah, not too big of a lead for Chile going into this ending, so misses are extremely important to avoid for them if they want to take this point.
I'm willing to bet that...
Oh, they missed the same note again! Kasumi and
like...
Wrist are mirroring each other, but Kasumi finds another drop.
Yeah, they're connected. Like, mentally connected. It seems like Wrist is suffering a bit on the accuracy department, but yeah, there's more misses by Meow.
Yeah, and it's not looking too good for Peru anymore. Another trade back between Kasumi and Riz might just seal the deal here. That red bar is getting a lot larger coming into the last few notes and finishing off another miss from Kasumi.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
There goes a second break point in favor of Chile, 997.7 thousand from Kanochi.
And the
Urusai also doing very well at 993. Both of those two well above the rest of the lobby here.
Yeah, they're well above and beyond. Pretty insane score, all things considered.
Kasumi's accuracy, notably, was also very good. Only 200s, but those 5 misses actually might have just done in the Peruvian team on that pick.
Yeah, without those, that could have been definitely.
Yes, we get to CSV. They pick Marissa.
Wow, Marissa.
Let's go.
And considering that Peru banned the other SV map, maybe they're thinking that they didn't practice or that they don't have the players for it.
Yeah, or they're just like not confident. Like that's kind of the thing is that if a team is banning SVs, it's very likely that they're not super confident in their ability to perform it consistently. And Massacre is not terribly difficult to learn overall, but even banning any kind of SV at this stage should be a sign to Chile that they are not comfortable playing it.
Yeah, pretty much it. And this map really likes messing with people's accuracy, as I've talked about.
Very easy to drop accuracy, especially on those two really complicated bursts with the rolls and the split jump trills thrown in the middle of them. Plus, there's one note that I think is going to throw quite a few people off in the chorus, where there's a small gap in the 1/4.
And there's also the weird, this weird column 2 and 3 trill hidden amongst a stream.
Yeah, there's a lot of really weird transitions throughout this map that can be very hard to keep consistent accuracy on.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like Juice was not supposed. Juice may not have been the one who was supposed to play this, given that intro.
They called the wrong guy. They called the wrong guy for the job.
Yeah, a couple misses more coming from Juice here. Still below the 90% at this point. The lowest on Chile being a 98.6, which is lower than the other two players on Peru, but that is just a huge advantage that's being given.
Oh yeah, that's the middle trill I was talking about. On 92, that's not looking good at all, I'm sorry.
Wrist finding a few misses, but it's not really going to matter given Juice's accuracy right here. I'm guessing that Dazero was supposed to be the one coming in for the SVs.
Oh, that's a fat miss from both Ursai and Rose. I think. Well, I know it wasn't at the same time. It was slightly off.
Yeah, Wrist was quite a bit before, but regardless, Ursai is starting to have some issues. But again, not as significant issues as we are seeing from the other side. So this is looking like a pretty safe point for Chile right now.
Seems like Kanoshi did practice this pretty well.
Yeah, interestingly, the accuracies of Miao and Kamiko are very solid, both better than the bottom two on Chile. So if Dazero was here and Peru had their normal SV team, this could have potentially been a really interesting pick.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, they don't have a luxury. I do wonder if they knew about Desero's absence beforehand.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there was an emergency or something going on, but that is going to be a 4th point in the favor of Chile, bringing it 4-0 back to Peru's pick right here.
Yeah, and well, this is potentially the last pick, so they have to make it count.
Yeah, they got to make something happen here. I think potentially a good pick might be Super Anime Groove in this situation. Depending on how good the 3 main players for Peru are at Jax, I should say. Because Super Anime Groove, despite being pretty straightforward in Jax, is not the easiest to keep combo on, even if you are good at them.
Okay, so it seems like they did that they were not going to have the 0 over. Because the Chilean team also knew. Anyways, not entirely sure on the
Yozakura comes out as the pick from Peru. Sort of seems like a Hail Mary at that point. I mean, I think a lot of these picks have been just trying to get something out of Chile.
Yeah, I'm afraid that the Super Anime Groove would just make them demolished because they have 2 really good short jack players, if I'm not mistaken, on Chile's side.
Well, I think the Rice team for Chile is in general very solid. The top 2 are extremely good with accuracy.
Yeah, like... we'll see how this one goes. This is 162.18 streams. Very fast, as you might have expected. And I think that a lot of players on Chile's team are going to be comfortable on this one, but there's still room for chokes, because it's still very fast. You can very easily slip your finger.
Yeah, that stream in the middle of the second stream it doesn't look that much harder, but the way that its pattern makes it so hard to coordinate properly. Much more so than the first and the last streams. So I think that's where we're going to have to look if we're going to be paying attention to mistakes.
Yeah. That one does seem like pretty tricky patterning. Usually there's like one section with a bit easier, straightforward patterning, then at the second part it just picks up in difficulty. Oh, that's
immediate really drop from Fazio.
It was just a shock to Faz.
Yeah, that transition did not treat them very well. And Peru have a lead coming out of that first stream, but like I said, the second one is where we're going to have to pay more attention to because of how difficult the patterns are.
Actual 99.99 coming out.
Oh my god! This map of all maps to be holding 99.99. Fastial with another break.
I mean, from what I've seen of Miyake, it seems to be a the best, like de facto best
Whoa!
when it comes to speed stream accuracy.
A combo break trade. Peru has a pretty significant lead right now. There are 2 misses from Faz CL, and then 1 from each of Stupid CL and Meow. 2 other full on the side of Peru, and the only thing left really is the ending stream, which is longer than the first 2. So stamina can be a case, but Faz CL is really not having the best time with some of these patterns.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. We'll see.
The accuracy does seem to favor Chile, though, overall, and Meow misses. This lead's gonna get really close coming up to the end.
Can this turn over in the end? Oh no!
Oh, Meow misses again! No. And Chile takes the lead off of that. The stamina was too much for Meow to handle.
No,
that lead boosted up to almost 50,000 just off of that ending, and 43,300s from Muka.
That's 10 times better than every other score in this hobby.
Yeah, normal score.
Yeah, that's another score.
Average.
So basic. Okay, so Chile, pretty good opportunity.
Yeah, Chile's pick, 5-0 match point, looking to close it out right now. And Thinking of You comes out, potentially the last map of this match. And Chile's looking to flex on the ratio yet again. The first time they've picked Rice this match, they went from LN to SV, and now they're going for really what I would consider Chile's bread and butter.
Yeah, now if they are picking Rice, you ought to be pretty scared about what they're capable of. But yeah, for now we just wait. Am I reading that right with the side trade that? Previous map or whatever?
I don't know.
I know speak Spanish.
I do not speak Spanish either, so we're in a predicament.
True. Okay, looks like they're having a bit of a shit chat. Hope we have some Spanish people who can translate for me. Okay, we're into the potentially last map, at least the 6th pick.
Yep, 6th pick out of a possible 11, but given Chile's performance throughout this match, they might just be able to close it out right here. Looking to bring out the brooms on this pick.
Indeed. They're bringing out the brooms.
Stupid CL with a very early miss right there in this break. That's not what we're looking for. Also, Urusai's not in on this, which is an interesting choice from the side of Chile.
That miss was scuffed. It looked like it was Client, but apparently it's not. The score hasn't recovered.
And Stupid CL with another miss there.
This
is the same situation we had at the beginning of Yogazakura, where Chile started off with some early misses from one of their players, and Peru was able to take a pretty good lead. We're going to have to really see if that stamina factor comes into play with respect to Meow like it did in Yogazakura, but this is a lot more straightforward than Yogazakura is to play.
Yeah.
So I think the chances of that are less, but then again, the accuracy on Chile's side might be enough to bring back that score lead, because it's already shrinking just a little bit now that Stupid CL's back up to the 400 combo mark. Not to mention, this does get a little bit denser towards the end.
Yeah, so far, Peru is holding a freeway FC. We're halfway through, not much map left to go. And yeah, the patterns aren't.
And there's a miss from Meow right there. Coming into the last stretch of jumps, or the last major stretch of jump stream anyways. I did mention this in the match earlier, another miss from Meow, but there is a 1-4 trill that's pretty hard to get because of the hands between everything.
Yeah, there's tons of very odd trill shenanigans going on in this match.
No one messes it up though, and Meow is continuing to find combo breaks, and now with Juice adding on to it, beautiful combos from Chile is just going to close this out.
Seems like Peru just runs out of juice generally, while the Chile just trucks along like it's nothing.
Yeah, Stupid Seal with another miss, but that's not really going to matter anymore because the main meat of the chart is over. There's one small stream at the end, but nothing that should determine anything.
Yeah, it's just a minor stream. And 19.
Yeah, I mean, what could we have expected? I mean, it's the most straightforward pick in the pool, other than maybe Chitriel. 26 300s.
Almost a 100 ratio. 1 to 100.
That's like 1 to 85 or something like that. 1 to 85, 1 to 90.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. But yeah, that is going to be the end of that match. Chile takes it 6-0 off of the unfortunate circumstances of Peru for this match, but still a very well fought battle from Peru, doing really well on all of the rice picks that were put out today. And putting up a valiant fight in this losers bracket match. And that does mean that Peru is knocked out of the World Cup. And Chile will move on to play one more match this weekend, I believe, to vie for their spot in the semifinals.
Woo!
Yeah, and they'll be facing Indonesia sometime, likely tomorrow, to face off and get that and see if they're able to make it to that top 12 finish.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting match, I'd say. It's kind of like...
Yeah, Indonesia performed very well earlier today, so I am interested to see how that match ends up going. But just like before, we are finishing this stream off of that match. Only one match for this block, and the next block will be in 5 hours from now to have the United States versus Philippines, and that block is also only 1 hour long, I think. We got lots of 1 hour blocks, but tomorrow's going to be a lot busier.
A lot busier, yeah. If for some reason everyone just gathers straight for Sunday.
Yeah, you got your winners bracket matches and a bunch of the conditional matches happening on Sunday. So
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for that, and we will be heading off very soon off of that match. Make sure to come back in 5 hours so that you can enjoy the United States versus Philippines. I know I'm going to enjoy that match.
Because you're going to play.
I sure am. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say off of that. Do you, Davey?
Yeah, well, all I can say is buy banner. And,
yes, we need the plug. We need the plug.
And good night. I'm going to go crash.
Yep. Buy your banner, support your team, support the tournament, and we will hopefully see you back in 5 hours for United States versus Philippines. See you guys later.
See you guys.